Okay, so I got a question from Iniola. Hope I'm saying your name right. Hi, Salma. How do I get people to notice and subscribe to my channel? It's really stressful. I hear you. So today we're going to be talking all about how to get more subscribers. And there's so much to talk about in this video. So I have structured this video in a couple of different sections. Okay, so we're going to talk about 3 reasons why people don't subscribe. And then we're going to talk about 3 reasons why people do subscribe based a little bit on psychology. Then we're going to get into the do's and don'ts. So what should you be doing to get more subscribers and what you should absolutely not be doing to get subscribers, right? And then finally, I'm going to answer some of your frequently asked questions around subscriber growth. So it's a jam-packed episode. Stay tuned to the entirety of this video to actually get the whole big picture on subscriber growth. So are you ready? Hey go-getter, it's Salma Jafri. I'm the founder of YouTube Launchpad, the course to take to start and grow your YouTube channel. If you want to grow your YouTube channel and get visible, credible, and profitable, then be sure to subscribe and also hit the bell notifications. And now let's begin. The first question that you need to ask is, are you getting enough subscribers? So you may not even have a problem. And the way that we're going to check that is by a stat called the views to subscriber ratio. We're going to do that in the computer. So let me open this up and let's dive in. Okay, so as you can see here, it says that my views to subs ratio is 2.63%. Now, I'm using TubeBuddy's channel reviews feature to actually find this stat. It is a paid feature, and I will probably do a full-scale tutorial on it at some point in the future. However, if you don't have this feature, not using it, I will show you a free way to find out your views to subs ratio. So just stay tuned. So let's get into what does this mean. Your views to subs ratio shows how likely it is for a new viewer to subscribe to your channel. In your case, 1 in every 38 unsubscribed viewers watching your videos decides to subscribe to you. So 1 divided by 38 into 100 is 2.63%. That's the math, right? And this is for the last 30 days. So if you see here, it actually shows me that in the previous 30 days, my views to subs ratio was 2.49%. So I've actually improved that in this last 30 days. And my channel lifetime views to subs ratio is 2.85%. So all of which begs the question, what is a good views to subs ratio? So starting off with 1 to 2% is actually really, really good. Now, I'll show you a free way of calculating this. If you actually go to Tuber Tools, and if you search for view to subscriber ratio calculator, you'll see this free calculator here. And then all you need to do is enter what your total monthly subscriber count is. Let's say it's 2,000. And then enter your total monthly view count. Let's say it's 100,000. And then scroll down here and it says your view to subscriber ratio is 2%. Now I put in monthly figures. You can put in your annual figures. You can put in whatever time frame you want. And this calculator will tell you what your view to subscriber ratio is. So if your subscriber ratio is higher than this, then you are probably doing really, really good in terms of being able to convert your viewers into subscribers. So what do you do if your subscriber ratio is not very good, if it's very low, or what if it's even below 1%? Then we have a problem, right? So let's get into the 3 big reasons why people don't subscribe to a YouTube channel. All right, so reason number 1 why people may not be subscribing is they don't see the future value of a subscription. Let me explain that. So when you make a video that solves a problem and people just come and watch that one video and they've gotten what they need and then they leave, they're not seeing why they should watch more videos on your channel. They're not seeing a future value. So that is one big reason why they will not subscribe. The second reason why people don't subscribe is that they haven't made an emotional connection with the YouTube creator. Now, this is so important. And I like to say that people come for the content, but they stay for the personality, right? So I think that even though you can attract people with your topics and your titles and your thumbnails, what really gets them to subscribe is the emotional connection that you as a person are able to make with them. So that is another another reason why they may not subscribe if you have not made that emotional connection. The third reason why people may not subscribe is their need is not recurring. Maybe they just came to a YouTube channel and that was the only one time they needed info or they needed that one thing and they don't have a recurring need. Okay, and that is something not entirely in your control. So if their need was just short term and it was satisfied, and then they will not return again. So those are the 3 big reasons why people don't subscribe. Now let's get into the 3 big reasons that cause people to hit that red subscribe button and follow you. Okay, so one of the biggest reasons why people subscribe to a YouTube channel is you solved their problem and they have more related problems. I'll say that again. You solve their problem and they have more related problems. So this is the opposite of not future proofing, right? So one of the biggest reasons I told you why they won't subscribe is they don't see a future need or future value. So the opposite of that is that you are creating videos that solve problems, but they also create other problems which you then go on to solve. And this is like an endless cycle, right? You are constantly showing people that there is more to learn. So one big reason why people subscribe is because a channel's niche is something that there are so many things that they want to learn within that niche, within that topic, that they're like, okay, I know how to, for example, this channel, right? Or any YouTube educator's channel. You'll be like, okay, I know how to start a channel. I know how to set it up. I know how to get subscribers. Now I need to learn how to get views. Now I need to learn how to increase watch time. Now I need to understand the analytics. There are so many things within this channel that are going to keep you subscribed, because if you know one thing, it doesn't mean that you'll have a successful channel, because there's so much more to learn. So people subscribe when they see the future value. They see that you solved a problem and then they have more related problems. So that is one big reason. And one way to think about this is that, have you chosen a channel topic that will create these problems, and so that you can make more videos to solve those future problems? So you really need to wrap your head around this thinking when you're thinking about your niche and you're thinking about choosing what kind of channel to create. Okay, am I going to create a video on this? And then will this video cause people to have other problems which I can then also solve? And if that's not happening, then maybe you're in the wrong niche, or maybe you're thinking about that niche in the wrong way. The second big reason that causes people to subscribe is that you shared your journey in a way that they emotionally connected with you and it was relatable for them. So if I do a search on YouTube for, let's say, my minimalist journey, I'll actually do the search right now. My minimalist journey, just as an example to show you. Now, here is somebody who is saying, my minimalism journey, stage 1, decluttering, right? And here's somebody else who's saying, I'm starting my minimalism journey in 2020. And this video was made 4 months ago. So what happens is when you share your journey in a way that people relate to you, they kind of want to follow along, because maybe it's something they want to do as well. So maybe somebody wants to have a minimalist lifestyle and they want to know how to do it. And maybe they don't always want to follow an expert, because sometimes experts seem like they're talking down to you a little bit. They're like, do this, I know everything, And sometimes it's more relatable to follow someone who's on a journey. And when people share their journey in a relatable way and make that emotional connection, other people want to subscribe because they are also on the same journey. Could be anything. Could be your wealth journey, how I grew my business to 6 figures, right? It could be your health journey, how I lost 100 pounds in a year, right? Whatever you're going through, if you're sharing your journey, that is a big, big way that people will make an emotional connection with you. And I think that this is also really great for people who think that they're not an expert, so then they can start a YouTube channel. And I get a lot of questions around that. And I think this is a great way to reframe that and to think, if you're not an expert, share your journey, because on YouTube, people like to follow with me content, declutter with me, learn minimalism with me, right? It's a big thing on YouTube, and people find relatability and connection through those kind of videos, and that will get you subscribers. The third big reason why people subscribe is because you entertain them. And who doesn't need entertainment, especially in today's world? And I want to give you a quick example of this YouTube creator. Her name is Julie Noki, and she made a video about 8 months ago explaining the pandemic to my past self. As you can see, the video got 17 million views, and then she made more videos about explaining the pandemic. So really, it was about keeping people entertained during lockdowns and quarantines and all the stuff that we as global citizens were all going through together. So obviously, she found something that entertained people. So if you can either make people see the future value, or you can emotionally connect with them, or you can entertain them, or ideally, if you can do all three, then those are the reasons why people will subscribe to your YouTube channel. I made a graphic a while back which said, people who feel something subscribe. And it looks something like this. And the quote that I said with it was Maya Angelou, when she said, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And she could have been talking about YouTube subscribers, because if you can make people feel empowered, excited, confident, mobilized into action, entertained, brave, healthier, smarter, any kind of feeling that you can invoke, that is what's going to drive them to subscribe. So I think that people subscribe for that emotional connection and for that future value. So when you're thinking about how can I get more subscribers, that's not the right question to ask. Think, how will I make people feel? How will this video make people feel, right? And if you can get that emotional context locked in, then the subscribers will automatically happen. All right, now let's head into some quick rapid fire do's and don'ts to get subscribers and to not get subscribers. Okay, so what are the things not to do if you want legit subscribers? Don't do sub for sub, because people who do that tend to just subscribe to your channel and not actually watch your videos. If they're not watching your videos, YouTube will not be recommending your videos, which means it will not actually be showing your videos to more people. So you don't want to do that. You also don't want to buy subscribers. Again, same reason. People who subscribe but don't watch are not people you want on your channel. It's actually going to bring your channel down. Third kind, don't leave comments saying, and now come and check out my channel, or please, or beg, like, or please subscribe to my channel. Begging, not cool. YouTube, all about being cool, okay? Don't ask people to come and subscribe in the comments section. Now, these things should be fairly obvious, but there is one thing that's maybe not fairly obvious, which is jumping around too much in the type of content that you're creating. If you're not giving that future value, and if you're not giving that related videos value, then people are not going to subscribe. So if you are switching niches too often, one day you're talking about cooking and another day you're talking about fishing, people are just going to see that disconnect and they're not going to subscribe, right? So you just want to make sure you're not doing any of these things. All right, so now let's get into what you should do to get more subscribers. So number one, do ask people to subscribe to your channel. Now, I know I said in the previous section that don't ask people to come and check out your channel, but that was in the comments of other people's videos. Now we're talking about your own channel and your own videos. So inside your own videos, you do want people to ask, you do want people to subscribe, and you do want to make the ask. And the reason why is because of psychology. Right? So sometimes people will be watching your videos, they might enjoy your content, but forget to subscribe. And it's just something that they won't think of doing. And when you actually make the ask, they'll be like, oh yeah, I enjoyed this, sure, I'll subscribe, right? So you do want to make the ask. And another thing people get hung up over is like, should we ask in the beginning or at the end? And it doesn't really matter. You can play around with this. You can ask whenever. But just make sure that you are making the ask and asking people to subscribe. Now, while we're talking about psychology, it does relate to the next point that I want to talk about, which is based on a principle in this psychology book that I read. And it talks about the power of because. It talks about giving people a reason to do something. Let me actually just quote directly from the book. This is the book, Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion by Dr. Robert Cialdini. And the passage that I want to quote to you guys let's do this. All right. A well-known principle of human behavior says that when we ask someone to do us a favor, we will be more successful if we provide a reason. People simply like to have reasons for what they do. It's such a simple concept, but it's so undervalued, I feel. Now, the way that you can do this inside your YouTube channel is just give people a reason to subscribe. And if you notice, at the beginning of all of my YouTube videos, I actually ask you to subscribe to the channel, and I say that if you want to get visible, you want to get credible, and you want to get profitable using YouTube, then be sure to subscribe to this channel. So I'm actually giving you 3 reasons to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I think this works great in a subtle psychology kind of way. So make sure you let people know what they're going to get from your channel. So be really, really clear about the value proposition of your channel and include that in your ask to subscribe. And the final do is that do appreciate your subscribers. Like, let people know, thank you for subscribing. Let them know in the comments. Answer your comment section. Like, talk to your subscribers. And once you get the community tab, again, thank your subscribers a lot, right? Because they're the ones who will make your channel successful. So you always want to keep that in mind and thank the people who are subscribing. Which brings me to thanking our viewer of the week. Now, you guys have been leaving such great comments on my last video. It was really hard to choose the viewer of the week, but this week's viewer of the week is Time Smith Dressmaking. I absolutely loved what you had to say about complimenting over competing and how we should make sure that we're looking at our competitors and adding value to their videos. I'm so glad that was your takeaway from my video. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. If you would like to be featured as viewer of the week, make sure you leave a valuable comment on this video about how my content has helped your YouTube journey. Now back to our video. Now I want to talk about some of your questions around subscriber growth. And one of the first ones is, should you worry about unsubscribes? And my answer to that is no, you should not worry about unsubscribes because a small number of unsubscribes will happen in the due course of you running your channel. And that is because YouTube is removing spam, it's removing bots, it's removing inappropriate stuff. You might be removing certain comments. So a small number of unsubscribes is fine. Now, the way to check what videos are causing people to unsubscribe and where those unsubscribes are coming from. So you want to dive into your analytics and I'll show you where to look. So you want to go into your analytics and then you want to click on audience and then you want to click on subscribers and then you want to click on see more. And then you want to scroll down and see this plus button over here. You want to click on this, add metric to table. And then from here, you want to choose subscribers lost. Now you'll be able to see how many subscribers you lost per video. So for this video, for example, I lost 3 subscribers, but I actually gained 184 subscribers. So that's nothing to worry about, right? So as long as it's more subscribers gained than lose, that's fine. That means you're doing perfectly okay. And you don't actually need to be worried about losing subscribers. The next question a lot of people ask is, should you hide your subscriber count? Again, no, because I think transparency is very important to authenticity. And the more transparent you are, the more authentic you come across as a YouTube creator. And also, I think the concept of social proof plays in. Again, something inside this book, it talks about social proof. So if people see, even if you have 5 or 10 subscribers, people will see that, okay, 10 people have said yes to this content, and that gives you social proof. So I think that having a low number of subscribers is not anything to be ashamed of. Like, there should be no shame in your game, because I think that it's all part of the journey, and you should own your journey, right? And in order to unhide your subscriber count, you want to go into your analytics. Then in here, you want to click on settings. Then you want to click on channel, click on advanced settings. And right over here, you want to make sure this is checked. Display the number of people subscribed to my channel. So that will make sure that people can see your subscriber count, which is something I recommend for authenticity. Okay, and the next question I get is, how do we know if you're attracting enough new subscribers to the channel? So we already talked about the view to sub ratio, but now we're talking about, okay, how many people are coming in and how many new people are coming in. So to track that metric, I'm going to dive into the computer again and show you. Okay, so you want to go into analytics, then you want to click on audience, and then you want to scroll down to where it says watch time from subscribers. Now, this is for the last 28 days, and it tells me 83.6% of my watch time came from people who were not subscribed to the channel, and 16.5% came from people who were subscribed. Now, this is good. Why? Because it tells me that people who are not subscribed, 83% are coming to my channel, which is a chance for me to turn them or convert them into subscribers. So you actually want to be creating content for your subscribers, but you also want to be creating content to attract new subscribers, because that's how you're going to grow. If you are not attracting new subscribers, you're not going to actually grow your subscriber base, right? So you want to look into this, and I like this 80-20 division. People who know me know that I'm a big fan of the 80-20 principle, the Pareto principle. So I think that this is a good stat for my channel to focus on, and you want to look inside your channel stats and see, are you attracting a higher percentage of new subscribers compared to people who are already subscribed? So are these people watching more? So if they're watching more, that means that's an opportunity for you to convert them. And you want to cycle back to the 3 big reasons why I said people subscribe, and make sure that you are doing those 3 reasons so that the people who are watching your content actually then go ahead and become subscribers to your channel. If you're looking to get your first 100 subscribers, then you want to take my vanity challenge, which I'll link to right up here. Go ahead and take that and get to your first 100 subscribers, and then you'll be able to get your vanity URL, which is youtube.com/yourname. 2 things. Let me know in the comments below, what was your most valuable takeaway from this video? And go watch this video next on how to ramp up your personality and your confidence on YouTube so people actually make that emotional connection and subscribe to your channel. Because remember, people don't subscribe to the content, they subscribe to the creator, and that is you.